Sky Prophet, baby. Back with another video. Hope you woke up, good mood, appreciative, seeing what's ahead of you, that sense of being, finding self, striving to be better. Whenever you ready, man, you could make a shift and be assertive and change your life, change your ways. If the road's been rocky up till now, it's up to you to smoothen out your path, smoothen out your journey, whatever you want to call it, but it's up to you. The way you do that is with your sense of mind, with your sense of peace. We have to start listening when people talk to us, listening to what they saying. You got to question why they telling you that. You know, like what's the motive for you getting this information, you know? Because a lot of times we pick up opinions. We have opinions. Opinions don't have us. Like we got thoughts. Thoughts don't have us. Whenever we not focused in our thoughts, them thoughts coming back to back, back to back, back to back. And Prophet can tell you, if we not grabbing them thoughts and being assertive with them within our moment, our present moment, they'll get lost. They're not really lost, but it's cluttered up there, man. We got thoughts, bro, coming, look. And them thoughts, that's jolts of electricity, man. That's help from beyond yourself, you know, for sure. A lot of these thoughts. Your journey gonna consist of you gaining a balance between the old you and the new you. That's why we meant to remember and come back into our spirituality, so you can change whatever need to be changed for you to move forward, so you could change whatever need to be changed for you to elevate, for you to change whatever need to be changed, brother, just to make you a better person, to where you can operate on a frequency of understanding and caring about the next person. I don't know if it's every snake, but I'm pretty sure. But regardless, these snakes shed their skin, and we can shed our skin too. We don't want to let go of the old us, because we don't know exactly what the new us brings in. But the new us brings in creativity, new opportunities, new ways of seeing things, new doors being opened. It brings in a lot. It brings in more than what we've had, you know. We just got to understand when we're assessing these thoughts, and all of these thoughts hold energy, you know, whether it's negative thoughts or positive thought, they all hold energy. That's why it's important to keep just the thoughts that you need, that's going to build you up. Just the thought that's going to make you better. You know, the negativity, sometimes we have to embrace the negativity, you know, to figure out self. You know, that's a part of our shadow side. But regardless, like, we are meant to come into the level of self, you know, like not necessarily get rid of all the bad ways, or, you know, like it's not necessarily that. It's being at balance with yourself, being at peace, understanding that when you hear an opinion, when you hear something, you don't have to let your emotions fly off the handle. You don't have to let your sense of being be taken away, you know. All these opinions and all these thoughts, man, that's what shapes us. That's what shapes us, you know. So what we taking in, what we keeping, and the ways we making the information we taking in to help ourselves is who you are. You know, all these whats, wheres, whys, and hows, and like all of these things that we've ever encountered is what done built us up, you know, with guidance from spirit. With guidance from spirit. The spiritual world is what runs the physical world. Period. You can believe it or not, but it's gonna hold. I don't know forever, but I'm almost sure. Acknowledge your moments, man. Appreciate your moments, even if it's a bad moment. Appreciate it that you got the chance, the opportunity to change that about yourself. You know, when we leave home, we should just be trying to give good guidance. We should just be trying to give the right advice, you know, and pointing in the right direction. You know, like we shouldn't be doing the opposite, you know. Whatever you have inside of yourself is always going to reflect on the outside, you know. So if you reflecting out all of these negative energies, these bad things, you know, trying to create bad, negative situations for people, that's exactly what you have inside. You know, like that's why it's important to go within. You can't go outside and change yourself. You know, like you can't. And everybody has a self. Like everybody has a self. So it's no need to be jealous of the next person, you know, or trying to hold the next person back, because we all have self. What we need to do is work on self, you know, individuality. Like Prophet said that from the jump, like it's individuality. Like we can stand in a group, you know, but when it's time to grab these thoughts, I got to grab my own thoughts, you know, unless I'm letting somebody lead me, you know, and we don't all know how that turns out all the time, you know. Stay in your moment, man. Be mindful, man. Listen to what people say. Understand the motives, man. Understand your motives when you talking to people. You know, kind of think before you talk. You know, don't just open your mouth and just spur out something. You know, because we be having these bad ways, and a lot of these bad ways that we have is because we unfulfilled. You know, and until we come to a place of understanding that we can fulfill ourselves, if we be assertive, if we take that knowing and that knowledge and that wisdom and create a better reality for ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, look, I did it, and get through it, you know, like we gonna stay unfulfilled, you know. And to me, being fulfilled is that sense of peace, that sense of peace, you know, because just as well as you throw something in the air, it's gonna come back down, you know. So as far as the heights, the levels that we reach, you know, as far as it's all worldly, you know, it's all worldly. You know, when you fulfilled, you have a peace of mind, you have an understanding, you know yourself, you know. A lot of times we all are conditioned a certain way, you know, like believe it or not, a lot of our thoughts is given to us. You know, a lot of these patterns of thinking, it's given. You know, like right now, Prophet can say one thing. Like I can go somewhere where they got 10 people, and I can say, I could just simply cough and say, hey man, look, boom, you know, got this here, and like everybody mind just go. You know, like different direction. It doesn't have to always be the same way. But the point I'm making is it takes off. You know, like it just takes off. And we got to understand how to train our brain. You know, how to train our discipline our thinking. Is not getting the thoughts. You know, the thoughts going to pop up. They're going to pop up. We know to let them go. you know. But when we grab them, once Prophet grabbed this thought, now I get to thinking. Now I'm thinking, you know. So we got to be mindful of what we grabbing to think, you know, off of. If you could have woke up this morning and change whatever you could have changed about your life, change whatever all of these so-called mistakes, because it's not mistakes, is lessons, you know, that we have to learn. If you don't go through it, you don't learn what you learn, you know. So we got to start embracing some of these hard times that we go through. You know, some of them we put it upon ourselves, but you know, a lot of them it's to strengthen us, it's to better us, it's to give us a clear perspective of certain things, you know. But it's all designed for our betterment if we think in that way, you know. Prophet wants you to protect your energy, protect yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings, man. Watch what you take in your ears. Watch what you give out your mouth, man. Remind yourself that you have everything inside of you. Remind yourself that you have peace of mind. That's what spirituality is. When you, what? Go ahead. When you come in one, go ahead. Papa gonna clean it. When you become in one with self, be still, hear that inner voice, hear that other consciousness talking to you beside yours. Give somebody some words of encouragement. Help somebody if you can, man. Prophet gotta go, man. Till next time, bro. Love everybody, man. Peace out, man.